Hey everyone, it's Jenny with Talk To Me Tuesday. It is Wednesday, January the 29th. Hope everyone had a wonderful week, a wonderfully crafty week. Today is the day that Sora gets released. Originally I had made him a 10 by 20, pretty large in the very first quilt, in the darker of the two quilts. I had made him 10 by 20. And then when I started on the second quilt, I had actually made some new patterns and everything wouldn't fit into the new layout. So that's when I made a decision to give options on the sizes so that we could use the new patterns. So he is one of the ones that I had shrunk, and now he is 5 by 10. I actually have this folded because I already have something else sewn together with it. So this is the pattern that's getting released this week, and the little crown, what I have in all four corners of the quilt, is getting released. I am making this one in all different oranges. So the first and second one, I pretty much used the same background over everything except for the border. On this one, I decided to go more of a scrappy look in using all different shades of oranges. And yesterday, I actually picked up a whole bunch of new oranges just in case we have some new stuff coming around for the Invitational. I have a good selection of new oranges to go in it. I was thinking oranges for the centerpiece and then the border in the space theme, but I haven't really seen it together, so I'm not 100% sure if this is the colors that I'm going to go with. I haven't completely decided, but I'm loving how everything's turning out. So that's what's happening today. And let's see, what else? I worked on charity quilts this weekend. I actually made 4 charity quilts. Let's see, I used 10 jelly rolls total. If you add what I used in the border, in the binding of the quilts, ended up using 10 jelly rolls. I got 4 quilts out of it. This is one of them. I have 2 small ones, or what I say small, this is the small one. I have no idea what size this is. I haven't even measured them. 2 small ones, and of course that backing. And on the smaller ones, I just rolled the backing over, and it turned out pretty cool. I really like it. And then on the I made 2 larger ones, and I used the jelly roll for the binding on these quilts, on this one, and it's a little bit more narrow than what I'm used to using, so I made a decision just to round my corners so it would lay a little bit better than having to try to get them corners just right. I decided just to round my corners off so I could just continue on with my binding. I actually really like it. I was quite pleased. But this one, I have 1 blue and 1 of the, let's see, blue Christmas, and then 1 of the traditional Christmas large, and then 1 of the blue, 1 of the traditional small. The 2 large ones will be going to the Oz Comfort Quilts, and the 2 small ones will be going to a local charity. And I'll tell you all more about that, but I need to get a couple of more quilts made for them first. So worked on that. And on my post, I had actually written that I had some mug rugs left. And technically, these aren't mug rugs because they're way bigger than what a mug rug would be. And I went ahead and rounded the corners on these 2. I used this to set up my free motion quilting. But I went ahead and made these 2, and they're too big for mug rugs, and I get that. But my husband likes to set his plates on something when he's sitting in the living room watching TV. He likes to set his plates on something. So these are technically, I don't know, plate rugs. I guess just a small little placemat so that his plate sits on it in his lap when he's having, you know, when he's eating in the living room. So I was really pleased. I got 4 in the end, 10 jelly rolls, 4 quilts, and then 4 little plate rugs. So super pleased about that. Anxious to see what everyone thinks about the patterns today. So yeah, that's what I've got going on. Anyways, going to try to cut it off here. I'm hoping y'all all have an absolutely amazing week, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.